Good morning, my friends. My name is Lama Jigme. I'm the non-sectarian monk, teacher, healer, and tantrika who combines both Buddhism and Taoism, Sutra and Tantra, as well as the Theravada and Mahayana. Today, I'm joined by a guest, the up-and-coming rapper MCT. We're going to do a 3-point meditation today. First centering, then we're going to use love, and then we're going to use wisdom. And the theme of today's practice is going to be simplicity. So we're not going to get too complex with the Taoist alchemy, and we're not going to get too complex with the finger counting at all. In fact, let's start by placing our left hand palm up in her lap, our right hand palm up on top of her left, thumbs don't touch. Awesome. So let's sit with our tush towards the front of the chair. Wait for the camera to focus again. There you go. Heads over shoulders, shoulders over pelvis. The position of our hands in our lap, snugged up to our abdomen, will make it easy for our body to begin breathing from our abdomen. Therefore, we do not have to force it. The first rhetorical, contemplative question is going to be, where low guts really sing? We can pretend that our abdomen is our gut, and that our lower abdomen is simply the portion of our gut that's below the navel. So on the in-breath we ask, where low gut? On the out-breath we intend releasing. Our second centering exercise is also quite simple. Grin to guts, releasing. Now, this isn't a scary clown like the kind you'd find in a sideshow. This is a subtle smile like you'd find on the Mona Lisa. Grin to guts, releasing. Maybe. I'm sure you've noticed these contemplations have been 3 syllables in length. This contemplation is 1 syllable in length. Gut free. That concludes the centering portion of our meditation. It was actually just 3 minutes long. Now we come to the metta, or the love training. In a nutshell, love is not, in a Buddhist perspective, love is not what you feel, but whether what you will, what you intend. It's not a question of emotion, but one of volition. And let's take something we can all relate to. Finances. Finances are a frequent source of stress for all of us. If not now, then at least at some time. And so what we can do is use our own vulnerability to financial lack, our own desire to see our own financial needs met. And we can use that greed and transform it into universal love. And that is both the irony and the power of Buddha's path. The first rhetorical contemplation is how wealth good releasing. Just as the first contemplation allayed our fears, the second contemplation activates our imagination, if not consciously, then subconsciously. How wealth feel releasing. Our third contemplation focuses on our own needs. Of course, this reminds me of the late actor, Sir Laurence Olivier. I was told that when he won the Oscar for his performance in Hamlet, he said in his wonderful accent, which I can't reproduce, "Acting is all about three things. Me, me, me." So we're going to tap into our inner narcissist just for a moment and use it. You tap into its energy and its enthusiasm to meet our own needs. Now to me, give great wealth. Now we're going to inch out incrementally. We started off with the smallest circle, just like the center of a bullseye. That circle was me, me, me. Now we're going to make the circle a little bigger. Our roommates, our neighbors, the people we can see or pretend we see when we stand on our front porch. And now to some, give great wealth. And you might say, well, that's just wishful thinking. Well, let's play devil's advocate. Even if it was just wishful thinking, you're training your heart and your mind in the momentum of giving a flying fuck about others. And that generates massive amounts of good karma, which could in turn latch onto a momentum created by our intention to lavish both ourselves and our neighbors with greater wealth. So even though this might begin as a pipe dream, metaphysically it creates, forgive the pun, great karmic currency. Now let's continue with all the denizens of Earth, human and otherwise. the denizens who fly above the earth, who walk upon the earth, who crawl in the earth, and of course who swim in its waters, microscopic and macroscopic. Now to all, give great wealth. Lastly, if you're a sci-fi geek, such as myself, if you've seen the movie Contact or the movie Men in Black, you're familiar with the idea of the camera panning out, going from real time to CGI, showing our planet, the solar system, our galaxy, our galactic cluster, the entire universe. Whether you can visualize that or not, intend you lavish every living being with wealth as they define it, as they value it. Now each give great wealth. We're going to go from a three-syllable contemplation to a one-syllable contemplation. We're going to do it for approximately 9 breaths. If you can't count, that's okay. I'll count for you. The meditation is each wealth. We began with Taoist-inspired centering. Then we continued with Buddhist-inspired love that manifests everyone's love. Now we're going to move on to a Tibetan-inspired technique known as Trekcho, or in other words, physical or emotionally centered Dzogchen. So for the next 9 breaths, let's play with the rhetorical question, what feeling releasing? Now let's move on to the first of 2 joy-invoking contemplations. How could this be funny? Grin with lips, releasing. And next, noticing, relaxing. Next, let's perform 9 repetitions of the one-syllable version of the previous exercise. Why do I call it a one-syllable version? Because on the in-breath, we use one syllable, and on the out-breath, we also use one syllable. This, ease. Just like the Eagles song, I got a peaceful, easy feeling. This, ease. If you have trouble counting to 3 or even 9, I invite you to do what I sometimes do. I actually visualize the digit on my lower abdomen. And because I'm silly and vain, I'll visualize my abdomen looking like a fitness model. Like someone I've seen on Tumblr. And it just keeps it more fun and interesting that way. So let's conclude with the call and response way of investing our good karma by embracing spiritual ambition and multiplying our good karma by embracing even more love. So here we go. Repeat after me. By this virtue, may I now accomplish the spontaneous, habitual, easy and effective mastery of Buddha's mental yogas, of wisdom, peace, love, and joy, and now lead every living being, without exception, to this ground. So let's rehearse how to pronounce the Tibetan name for the Buddha of Compassion. Chain,
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 ray,
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 zig,
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 zig.
zig.
This kind of reminds me of the bit they used to do in Sesame Street.
I didn't watch this one.
Me neither. I don't know why I brought it up. So now let's put it together. Chain,
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 chain ray,
chain ray,
chain ray,
chain ray,
chain ray,
chain ray,
chain ray zig,
chain ray zig,
chain ray zig,
chain ray zig,
chain ray zig.
chain ray zig.
And now let's rehearse how to pronounce Om Mani Padme Hum. Om,
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 Ma,
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 Ni,
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 Pod,
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 may,
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 whom,
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 whom.
whom.
And of course, folks, if you're as geeky as me, you thought about the knights who say, nee! But if you're cool, like MCT, you didn't. Now let's put it together. Om,
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 om, ma,
om, ma,
om, ma,
om, ma,
om, ma,
om, ma,
om, mani,
om, money,
om, mani,
om, money,
om, mani,
om, money,
om, mani, pod,
om, money, pod,
om, mani, pod,
om, money, pod,
om, mani, pod,
om, money, pod,
om, mani, padme,
om, money, padme,
om, mani, padme,
om, money, padme,
om, mani, padme,
om, money, padme,
om, mani, padme, hum,
om, money, padme, hum,
om, mani, padme, hum,
om, money, padme, hum,
om, mani, padme, hum.
om, money, padme, hum.
And now the super loving dedication of merit. May everyone be healthy, wealthy, and happy.
May everyone be healthy, wealthy, and happy.
May everyone practice skillfully and joyfully.
May everyone practice skillfully and joyfully.
May everyone accomplish Chenrei Zig in this life,
May everyone accomplish Chenrei Zig in this life,
and then help many others do likewise.
and then help many others do likewise.
For truly that is the meaning of life.
For truly that is the meaning of life.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Well done.
Yes.
My friends, I thank you for tuning in. I'd be remiss if I didn't remind you that the Monday night series of weekly classes begins December 2nd. If you live in the greater Los Angeles area, then attend in person. If not, attend on Skype. Either way, space is limited, either on Skype or at my venue. So use the link below to contact me on Facebook and look at the ball going for the registration. Or you could use the LamaJigme.com link below and register yourself. May you and yours be healthy and happy. Bye-bye.